comment.
Yeah.
If somebody decides they want to move from object-oriented programming to functional programming, what would be your top 3 tips to go about doing that, whether places to learn or what would your advice be?
Yeah, I mean, Scala is probably, if someone knows Java already, Scala is probably a good language to get started with. There are a couple of good books, like, the book Programming Scala, Programming in Scala. I can't remember the title, but basically the guy who invented the Scala language, he has a book about Scala, so that's quite a good book.
And I've forgotten his name.
Martin Odersky, a Swiss guy. So yeah, he was really like a university PhD person, like a professor, so he invented the language like 10-15 years ago. And also there's another book called Functional Programming Simplified, which is really aimed at people who who have some programming knowledge, but who know basically nothing about functional programming. So it really explains everything in detail. So that's a good one. Yeah. So I haven't really used much else than Scala and Scheme, and also the book that I mentioned, Structure and Implementation of Computer Programs. It uses Scheme, so that might be a bit too much for some people. But
this is the one back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in 2006.
So that's still a very good book, and it's still a classic book. But you just don't. Yeah, you have to think about it, that it just introduces to a different paradigm. So you won't, even if you never use the language in your life ever again, you just do the exercise, it will change your thinking. So it's worth doing it just for the transformation it does in your kind of thinking.
Transformation, that eureka moment.
So it kind of rewires your brain a bit. It's bizarre, but yeah, that's what it does.
Well, thank you very much, John. I feel